Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Carl Sun here. I want to welcome you to Chapter 2. In this chapter, we're going to talk about moving from employee to entrepreneur. So you're in the process of becoming your own boss. Now, this is a task that's not for the faint of heart. This chapter is going to be dedicated to assisting employees to avoid procrastination and transition into the entrepreneur's daily routine. So let's first take a look at how you arrived here in the first place. Well, from an early age, you're taught a few things. Don't talk with your mouth full. Raise your hand in class before you speak, right? And then we're also taught to go to school, get good grades, and do your best to go out there and get a job. Go work for somebody else. Well, great philosophy if you plan on living with your kids when you're in retirement, or if you want to continue to work in retirement. But a lot of you already know that, and that's why we're here together today. So let's begin your golden transformation by outlining what to expect over the next little while. In your first weeks, everything is brand new. You're excited, you got high energy, you're optimistic, and chances are that you're living in fantasy of being your own boss and running a successful enterprise. Fasten your seatbelt though. Your mind's been programmed since you were a child that security is found in the humble grounds of being an employee. So don't be surprised if by week 2, you're tempted to search in the want ads for a miraculous job trading hours for dollars that just hasn't been found yet. Well, I'd hate to break it for you, young grasshopper, but it no exists. For the most part, it really doesn't. I mean, when you go out there into the workforce, you're on somebody else's plan, on somebody else's life plan. What Transformation Gold is about, it's about taking that back and starting to prepare yourself for free enterprise. Now, the law of entrepreneurship, as you learned in Chapter 1, that I would suggest here is that there's huge opportunity for you to create your own perfect career. Much more rewarding than trading hours for dollars and having someone else decide what you're worth. Wouldn't you agree? You can create it, you live it, you rejoice in it, all that good stuff. Now here's the reality of what you can expect by week 2. Because you're conditioned over the past umpteen years, your subconscious mind will attempt to capture you as a POW, and that's a prisoner of worry, that is. Now, we all heard sayings, how worry never did any good for anybody, and how it's a waste of energy. Don't worry, be happy, or hell, they even made a song about it. It's much easier than said than done. Here's what the internal dialogue sounds like. But without a steady paycheck, how will I pay my mortgage? If I'm late on payments and my perfect credit score gets destroyed, then what? These are the type of questions that you're going to start to ask yourself. Now, by habit, you'll look to satisfy this uncertainty with a quick fix like a part-time job and convince yourself that it's only temporary. You may have to do that. Whatever it takes to find some type of employment to provide for your family, I'm not suggesting you go completely broke. I've been in this situation before myself, though. But prior for settling for less than a complete freedom, here's what I suggest you do. Allow yourself no escape into mediocrity. Avoid becoming a prisoner of worry by identifying the income-generating activities that are associated with your new business. Now, this doesn't mean that, if you're in sales, especially on 100% commission, but you're working with the umbrella of an organization, that you're on the wrong path. Matter of fact, sales presents one of the greatest opportunities of any profession out there. So one of the highest paying professions in the world, okay? So let me give you a great example of this. Now, my transition from corporate America into real estate sales arena in 2000 forced me to learn this lesson quickly. I'll give you an example. After receiving my real estate license and then fantasizing for about a week about the millions that I was going to create, I was now a licensed professional. And I quickly realized that I was responsible for paying my bills and making a sale that month or not. And when you take a step back, all of a sudden you're like, holy crap, talk about a wake-up call. By this time, I was married with one child and another one on the way. And not only did I have myself to feed, but I had a family to provide for at a very young age. And to think, I got involved in real estate because I liked looking at houses and helping people, right? Sounds like the perfect career, right? Think again, unless I became crystal clear on how to qualify home buyers and sell my time and apply that to collect decisions for serious customers, I would have wound up punching a clock and trading hours for dollars. Now, assuming that you know what business that you're going to be starting in, your second assignment as a new entrepreneur is to identify the income-generating activities, okay, within your business. Identify the income-generating activities of your industry, And then produce within those activities is the only way to create certainty within uncertain territory. Okay? This would also be known as faith. Faith, not to be confused with ignorance, is a necessary ingredient to your success as an entrepreneur. I've dedicated an entire section to the universal law of materialization to assist you in strengthening your faith and the success that awaits you. As I told you, I'm not going to leave anything to chance. We're going to cover all that with you. I'm going to introduce you now to core coaching concept number 2, which is the affirmation, I am awareness. I want to get real with you for a moment and get in your face a little bit. When we first get into free enterprise, a lot of times we have a tendency to want to go out and spend. The reality is a lot of times the fax machine can wait, your new desk can wait, that laptop that's so critical to your business can wait, the new phone system, iPad, Microsoft Surface, anything you can think of can all wait because it's all useless without cash flow. Now here are some pitfalls to avoid during week 2. Pitfall number 1, you spend all your time thinking about the future and you're getting ready to get ready. You're going to procrastinate to avoid producing the income generating activities that will ultimately set you free. Pitfall number 2, you spend a lot of your time in the past reflecting on whatever took place before your entrepreneurial career, and this is going to paralyze you. You got to remember the reasons that you left the industry in the first place, engage in the income generating activities, and that's ultimately what's going to set you free. Now, as you can see, the only way to avoid procrastinating is to be in the now. And the now is a space where materialization is set into motion. The past, as valuable as it may be, is gone forever. Your future will only be as fulfilling as your ability to present and produce in the now. So let's get into a couple little action items here. There's no better time than the present. I am your business partner, so let's go ahead and mastermind and complete this next exercise of awareness together. I'll be with you every step of the way. We're going to take a little bit of time. Now let's go ahead and address within your business, what are the income generating activities for your industry? Go ahead and identify those. Give you a little bit of time for this exercise. If you already know them, great. Write them down. Continue to drill it down a little bit further. You're going to be surprised with some of the things that you come up with. Okay? So take a little bit of time. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, great. Welcome back, everybody. The main reason we did this exercise in this chapter is because as an employee, you're typically told what to do most of the time. And it's easy to go in a lot of times and fake it, especially if you're on a salary. You don't have to be 100% consciously present. In my leadership program, I do a lot of training on this, and we cover the 3 main categories of consciousness throughout the workday for most folks, and how organizations have a tendency to fall within one of those 3 categories their employees do within the organization at any given time. So if you haven't picked up my leadership program, now is certainly a good time to do that, as we grow forward together with Transformation Gold. Now, in free enterprise, it's quite the opposite. There's no one leaning over your shoulder telling you what to do first, second, and third. Even if you're thinking, I never had to do what I was told, you're going to want to think back to the very first day on the job. Let's face it. You didn't know nearly as much as you do today. The only way you learned is by trial and error or somebody, a senior employee, telling you what to do and how to do it. This eventually became your own routine, allowing you to show up without having to be watched over. So your first 6 months in entrepreneurship is a little different in some respect because you don't know if your daily routine is on track until it's much too late. So that's why I'm going to help you. We're going to go ahead and get into some of the nitty-gritty details so that you can avoid amateur-type mistakes. Now, it's only when you have developed a track record of success that you can look back and make course correction. All right? Throughout the use of Transformation Gold, you're going to develop the insight and awareness of being on track through your own intuition as you apply these core coaching concepts. To minimize the risk of focusing on the wrong tasks, we identify the income-generating activities right here in Chapter 2 with the affirmation, I have awareness. You can never go wrong with investing your time in income-generating activities. That's not to say that money is the only thing that matters in entrepreneurship. To your business, however, it's important as the air you and I breathe. Now, stay focused on what matters to your business most versus what seems to be important at the time. And what's going to matter most is always going to be sales, generating revenue, so you can go out there, produce more leads, and grow your organization and begin the path of replacing yourself. Identifying your income-producing activity can be a real eye-opener at times. You see, over the past 10 years or so, we've been bombarded with formulas to create wealth that apply, simply manifest something long enough that somehow miraculously the universe is going to materialize it for us. Books like The Secret and a lot of the other stuff that's out there. Although the universe has within its capabilities deliver anything that your mind may manifest, there are many more variables in this secret equation of materialization. This is why everyone receives different results when applying the law of attraction, okay? Yes, manifestation and visualization techniques are part of Enlightened Entrepreneur's routine, but that's only a part of it. It's only one step. There's much more to secret materialization than the law of attraction solely, and here we're going to cover a lot of that for you, okay? You're going to have to take some action. Cold hard fact. In order to realize any results in your business and in your life, that doesn't even guarantee that your initial results will be favorable, okay? So know that. And on that note, I want to let you know that coming on board with my coaching program, investing the money in the coaching program, certainly doesn't entitle you to success. You're going to have to go through this material. You're going to have to drill it. You're going to have to apply it. You're going to have to learn from it. You're going to have to re-drill it again, apply it, and continue to sharpen the saw. Successful people have one simple thing in common. They take action. They never give up until they've met their desired goal. When we take a look at the definition of success, we notice that it's the continuous journey of a predetermined worthy ideal. Okay? So it's a continuous journey. It's ongoing. It never ends. This is known as perseverance. In martial arts, perseverance is known as one of the 5 key elements to mastering oneself. Becoming an entrepreneur really is no different. Just as a white belt has to go through a process before ever becoming a black belt, you will have to go through a process of consistent daily discipline and allow that to compound over time as well. Begin your journey of self-mastery now. You're on a quest to self-mastery and enlightenment with peace and financial freedom as the rewards for your accomplishment. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm going to see you on the inside of Chapter 3, where we go ahead and talk a little bit about a simple daily discipline with the affirmation and core principle, I am congruent. See you on the inside.